has finally come. Fujifilm has announced a replacement to their mythical, their legendary, their famous, infamous, their infamous 35mm F1.4. Oh, it's not a replacement. Oh, they're gonna have both are gonna be available. I should read the notes that I made. Okay, all right, I'm gonna read the notes.
But God might be on vacation, and the promised land ain't never promised. My baby telling me to be patient, but the devil always working overnight, my darling.
All right, so the XF 33mm F1.4 that was just announced. I got to use this for a good while. I got briefed by Fujifilm, and I was lucky to ask a ton of questions. And the most important thing here is that this lens is not replacing the 35, which is gonna be great because there are some differences here. You look at the 33 F1.4, and it's similar to the 18 that they announced a little while ago, where this thing looks to be sort of this top tier glass that they offer that is a more truer 50mm equivalent. The special glass that they're using in this thing, 2 spherical elements, 3 extra low dispersion elements. Well, that just means you're gonna get sharp images even wide open. And when you compare this to the 18, I think that's one extra special piece of glass. And on top of all this, there's some major upgrades. One, you get weather sealing now. So you do have a bigger build compared to the 35, but with that, you get weather sealing, meaning that you can use this anywhere you want and feel pretty confident that it's going to last. More importantly, and something that I think I would value more, is that it's an upgraded focusing mechanism, meaning that, and from my experience, it has confirmed this, that you can focus on your subject in a near silent way. I struggled to pick up the sound of this. Let me see if I can do this right now for you. I don't know if you hear that. It sounds almost like a watch clock that's loose a little bit. It's silent. It's very, very silent. Now, I'll be doing a full-on comparison between the two lenses, but the main takeaway here is that the 35 is a character lens that they will continue to make available for Fuji customers, and the 33 looks to be more of a professional, clinical solution for those that want a 50mm full-frame equivalent perspective and something that can be used to create more replicable results. You get super sharp images with great separation, but as you open up that aperture and close, this gets tricky, like even for us professionals, using the right words and stuff. Okay, listen, as you open up the aperture, you are gonna get this very predictable fall off. There isn't too much swirliness to it. It is something that is more akin to professional lenses on the market. And as you narrow down the aperture, you get fantastic sharpness corner to corner. It is something that, while I have to continue testing in my early results in a studio, out on the streets, it's something that really impressed me. If you look at pictures online, it looks like this is considerably bigger than the existing 35mm F1.4, but I'll tell you right now, it's not that much bigger. I mean, you're talking about something maybe 3-4 centimeters, something like that. I mean, I should have pulled up the numbers, but I just want to show you here, that's not a big difference. And here's the thing, I have B-roll, I can show you that right now. Listen, when I have this mounted on my X Pro 3, it is a little bit heavier. But here's the thing, this lens is not so heavy that it's tipping your camera over, that if you're holding it for 4 or 5 hours like I was shooting in the streets, it's not something that's gonna feel exhausting. And when you're bringing it up or even shooting from the waist, it just feels natural. Now, one thing that was briefed during our conversation with Fujifilm was that because of its internals, the glass that's being used, that this is meant to capture and resolve at even higher resolutions. And well, that might be hinting at something, but it just means that this is a bit more of a future-proof solution for professional image makers. Oh, and another thing before I forget, this thing, you get some pretty good close focusing, about 30 centimeters, so about a foot. It's not something that's crazy close like some other lenses, but it's quite manageable. Now, here's the thing, I got to use this across several days in varying environments. Let's talk more about the specifics and how this actually feels in the hand. Really quickly, before we continue with this video, I gotta jump in and mention something, and here's something I didn't think I would do. I actually didn't think I would ever do this. Because if you watch this channel for a while, you know that I use Capture One to edit my photos. I think it's the best solution for professionals to manage a ton of images, create results really quickly, and even tether, and there's so much. And now, over the years, I've built many styles, many looks that I use to finalize my image. And if you watch me talk about this, I tell you to make your own styles. Don't go out and just buy everything willy-nilly. Spend your time. I even teach you how to create your own styles. Spend your time and create your own library, and then look at if you want a few more. Some of you don't care what I have to say. So here's the thing, I've actually launched my style pack and it's available right now. The link is in the description. So for those of you that are using Capture One that have been bugging me to do this for years, well, here you go. It's available there. You get 10 unique styles that you can use with Capture One Pro that will help you finish your image. When you're using this, make sure that you use it with the right intention in mind. I have different reds, greens, blues, and a couple of monochrome looks, and it really comes back to what you want your image to say. When you download this, there is a short video that shows you how to best use these styles, so use that. And well, here's the thing, if you buy this thing and you have more questions, just shoot me an email and I'll be sure to get back to you. So there you have it, my style pack is officially available. The link is in the description, so y'all can stop bothering me about it now, okay? All right. Now, when I was testing the 18mm and the review of that lens, the 18mm 1.4, that's coming out real soon, but I had to actually send that back to Fujifilm. I had it for a good while. I kind of wish I had it for a few more days just to compare, but when I was using this, the manual focusing ring, it feels almost identical. I want to say the aperture ring on the 33mm 1.4 feels a little bit tighter. It really felt like that you can lock it into a reading and it wasn't going to slip out of pace. It wasn't going to slip out of place. Pace, come on, Gadget, come on. And these two things, where the aperture ring has a good amount of tension to it, the manual focusing ring, you know, it's not too loose. It feels like you can pull focus really easily. This comes together for a great experience in the field. When I was using this, it was something that I wish the 35mm 1.4 was. And again, I'll save it for the comparison video because I still got to do more tests. I won't lie, the unique look of the 35 is nice, but I find myself just gravitating to the 33 more because of how it performs. You know, if you watched a bunch of my videos, you know I prioritize the experience and the end result a bit more than just specs on a page. But here's a unique situation where one has results that I like and one has an experience that I like, so they're kind of going at odds. So I'll reserve my final judgments for that comparison and the ultimate review that I'm gonna make for this 33, but right off the bat, I found myself to enjoy the experience of the 33 more than the 35. Now, what about video? Because some of you might be thinking about video. Well, this thing blows the 35 out of the water, and I made the silly mistake of capturing video for a client that I can't share right now. So we'll save that for our final review of this lens. But what I can tell you is that when we were recording talking head points, this thing stuck. It just locked in, stuck there. There was no hesitation, and it followed the eye and the face very accurately. Another thing I want to say is that when we were using it in the field with continuous autofocus, it also was pretty sticky. Now, we were in a well-lit environment. I'd like to see how it performs in, you know, low contrast situations, but it was head and shoulders above what the 35 can do for video. When I was using the 35, because I liked the look, I would always resort to manual focusing. But with this, I found myself trusting the autofocus a lot more. And that's a big win, especially a lens that gives you this 50mm equivalent perspective. So there you have it. That is sort of my first review of the 33. And most importantly, I want to know what you guys think. You guys are the ones that are going to help me shape the final review in terms of what you want to know about, what you want to see tested, and all that kind of stuff. So I will say there is a comparison video coming out, and there is a final review that I'll put out when the shipping model of this lens becomes available. It's going to be hard for me to hold back from getting this lens, but we'll see. What I will tell you though is that if you are looking to add this to your collection, it'll be available October 21st is what I've been told, at about $800 US. You might want to pre-order as soon as possible because I feel like this is just going to be a lens that's going to be back ordered into the new year. I don't know. If you're on the fence, I say get it and then flip it if you have to, but it's not something that's going to be easy to get. At least that's my opinion. And there you have it. That's my time with the XF 33mm F1.4 from Fujifilm. It has me super, super excited. And I'm not gonna lie, there's another lens I'm a bit more excited for, and that's the 23mm F1.4, which did replace the previous version. And well, I'm hoping I can go hands-on real soon. And you know, as soon as I get it, you can expect a new video. So for the 73% of you that are enjoying these videos but not subscribed, listen, subscribe. You know, help your boy out, because when you subscribe, it helps us reach new people. And if you find the content boring, you can always mute the channel. You know, I'm not gonna take it personally. And more than anything, I wanna make sure that I'm bringing value to you guys. So whatever it may be, this video, the next video, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You know I read everything, so we'll continue the conversation there. And until then, and as always, my name's Gadgen. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.